All right, Inspire Beauty, happy Monday. Happy Thanksgiving week, you guys. I am obviously super grateful, thankful for each and every one of you, especially those of you who are getting on here, whether live or listening to the replay. You hold a special place in my heart because not only are you on here or listening to the replay, showing up for yourself and your growth, but you have to understand that you push me, you guys, to be a better leader. Week after week after week, I have to create content for you guys. And, you know, when those of you are showing up regularly, it really starts to make it, truth be told, difficult for me because I'm like, well, what do I talk about now? I realized that I haven't spoken about Emerald level coaching in a while. I haven't really spoken about the importance behind it in some time. And so I thought that was something really great to kind of bring back into the forefront of our mind. And the reason that I chose to do it tonight is because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right after Thanksgiving weekend, or week, guys, Thanksgiving weekend, I am hosting a 3-day coach sneak peek. So after you hear this tonight, if there are people that you feel like would benefit from being a part of Inspire Beauty, I encourage you to reach out to them and let them know about this event this weekend. I'll be hosting it all 3 days. You don't even have to worry about doing any work other than inviting and adding people into it. But there is also a little incentive. So I'm going to go ahead and share our screen so that I can dive into that and get back to the very beginning. Like I said, guys, if you just hopped on, type in the chat bar if you have questions as I go, and I will make sure that I answer them, okay? So first, let's dive into the importance of going Emerald, okay? Tonight, we're gonna really be talking about, how you get there, the ins and outs. I'm gonna walk you through the Coach Online office tonight so you get like the behind the scenes peek of how you make that happen. But I also want you to understand the value behind it and what this does for your personal business. So it is the first measure of success as a Beachbody coach, and it determines your level in the compensation plan. So as a coach, as an active coach, you have the benefit of the 25% discount. That's awesome. As an Emerald level coach, you guys, you then begin to reap the benefits of the Team Cycle bonus. And we'll talk about that, what Team Cycle bonus is and just what that looks like. But as an Emerald level coach, every time you cycle, you earn $14. Okay, and I will get into the ins and outs of what that is, but you can do this up to $250 a week as an Emerald level coach. Now, I'm only talking about Emerald, but just like a spoiler alert, as a Diamond level coach, you guys, you can earn up to $2,500 a week in Team Cycle bonus before they cap you off. And all that is the efforts of everyone else that are on your team adding up over time, right? So as you train other people to be rock star coaches, or as you're helping mentor other people on their health and fitness journey, it's not for nothing. There is a payment plan behind this, and that is where the Team Cycle bonus comes in. So Emerald activates your business in that way. If you are a coach, okay, the first step for a coach who is working on their self-care journey and feels good about it, loves the products, and says, this really has potential to impact other people. And you start to have people ask you about, hey, what's this thing you're doing? Or what's that other thing you're doing? Once you start talking about that and you start inviting people to that opportunity, challenge groups are obviously your next step, right? But if you're running challenge groups, guys, the next step after that, as you kind of pile on the layers of the foundation of you as a coach, your self-care is the bottom layer of that foundation. And then you start paying it forward and running challenge groups or co-running challenge groups. And then after that, what do you start to do? You start to tell people about our team, about the opportunity to either be loved on because you need more support on your self-care journey, or the opportunity to potentially make this a part-time job or pay off some debt, pay off student loans, just put gas in the car each week or pay for groceries. The potential is endless, okay? So what do you have to do? Well, you sponsor 2 coaches, and each coach has to have a minimum of 50 PV. What is PV? Personal volume. So we all accrue PV, meaning any order that I get. So when my Shakeology goes through, or I purchase my bod renews, or I purchase the 3-day refresh, that's personal volume that I get that keeps me active. We need 50 PV to stay active. Now, in order to be active, most coaches go the avenue of the 90 PV, which is Shakeology Home Direct. That gives you that 90 personal volume points. So that keeps you active as a coach. But if you're not on Shakeology Home Direct, or you kind of pause it for a month, it's important that your 50 PV keeps you active. So again, personal volume is anything that you personally buy or anything that you personally sell. So personal volume for me could also be if I sold somebody a challenge pack today, that is going to be under my PV. But you're going to notice that as a coach, you have, just like a human body, a left leg and a right leg. Okay, so you've got your left and you've got your right. And you need to sponsor one on each side who are both active in order to become that first rank advancement of Emerald. It could be a family member, it could be a best friend, spouse, significant other, whatever, right? It could be any of those things, but you just need one active on your left and one active on your right. And I'm going to show you in a little bit how we make sure that we do that. But guys, tonight we're going to talk about how it builds credibility. It builds your confidence. When other people recognize you as going Emerald, not only does that really feel good to have that shout out and know that you have done something to advance your business forward, but it also builds credibility to those who are following you. Because all of a sudden, even if they don't know anything about Beachbody and they don't know anything about, Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, or whatever all that stuff means, they might not have a clue. Most people don't. But it builds credibility. They're going to look and say, wow, she must be doing something right in her business in order to be moving forward. So it builds credibility and it boosts that confidence for you. And just so much more comes along with Emerald. So this is my promotion that I'm running right now, because we have this sneak peek happening between now and the end of the month. Okay. Every coach who advances to Emerald by Wednesday, November 29th, and it has to be at 12 a.m. EST, so midnight on Wednesday, November 29th. So as we're turning to Thursday, will receive an exclusive next steps going Emerald. Like, what should you do once you go Emerald call with me on Thursday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So next, not this Thursday, like Thanksgiving, but a week from Thanksgiving, any Emerald coach on our team is invited to a next step call with me where we will mastermind, we will goal set, and we'll just see, like, what do you do once you sign these coaches? Where do you go from here? And how do, I know nothing about training them, Britt. What do I do? Don't worry. That's what that call is going to be. But it's for anyone who advances to Emerald by that Wednesday, the 29th. Okay, why Wednesday? Why did I pick Wednesday? Because our work week in Beachbody land ends on Wednesday at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's why on Thursdays you see the payout happen, okay, for not the week that just finished, but the week prior to that. So so also when you do go Emerald, let's say today you go Emerald, what is it, Monday? You will not see that happen in your Coach Online office until Thursday, when the new work week happens. It refreshes in the Coach Online office. So why do we do Thursday shout outs? Because that's the beginning of the week. That's when new volume goes up. That's when I can see new advancements. That's when I can see the updated Success Club points and things like that. So on Thursdays, we recognize, if you're wondering why do we recognize on Thursdays, that's why. Okay. But if you're like if you go Emerald tonight and you're like, Brittany, I signed up these coaches, but it doesn't say I'm Emerald yet. The reason is because it doesn't roll over until that Thursday. So let's talk about this. So advancing to Emerald is just you plus 2, right? So you've got a coach on your left and a coach on your right. At this point, like I said, the perks are that you earn team cycle bonus, meaning that every time your strong leg, and I'll talk in a second about strong versus weak, but every time your strong leg hits 200 volume points and your weak leg hits 100, so it's a 2-to-1 ratio, 200 on your strong leg, 100 on your weak leg, you cycle one time, okay? So let's say you have 450 on your right, and that's your strong leg, and you have only 100 on your left at the end of the week. Well, that would have cycled once because you had a 2-to-1 ratio. You had 450, so you had that 200. And you had 100. So it takes out 100 and it takes out 200, and you're left with, if we've got mathematicians in the house, 250 volume points, right? But since there's nothing left on the left, nothing remains there, you can't cycle again. So what happens? That volume carries over to the next week. And then it carries over to the next week and it carries over. You guys, I am kidding you not on my strong leg, because my strong leg is the leg that my upline, she placed me on her right leg. So anybody else on that team that was placed on the right after I signed up became, their volume bumped up to me. I benefit from their volume. So what's really cool about that, you guys, is I have all this volume from the 4 years I've been in this business. I have enough volume on my strong leg. If my left leg, my weaker leg, were to cycle it, and it will happen as the business grows, as Inspire Beauty grows, as we all grow, I last calculated, I think it was around $45,000 just sitting there in Team Cycle bonus, you guys. So if you're sitting here thinking like, this business doesn't really pay anybody anything. Yeah, no, it does. I've got $45,000 just sitting, waiting for me. Now, if I quit, it's gone. I don't get it back, right? And so it's important that, I keep my momentum going, because that's money that I would literally just be letting go out of my fingertips from all these years in the business and all the hard work, right? So amazing things happen with Team Cycle Bonus. You also qualify for customer leads and Success Club leads. Now, what does that mean? Well, once you hit Emerald Coach, they will give you customer leads. So if you notice in your online office that all of a sudden there's like Joe Schmo in there, that's because when that person purchased off of the Beachbody website, or maybe they called in from the infomercial, that person has the option of getting a coach in that moment. They get asked that question. And if they say yes, they would like a coach, Beachbody assigns a coach to all Emerald and above coaches, or assigns customers to all Emerald and above coaches. So you get customer leads simply because you get brand new customers simply because you are Emerald. Now, the first order that they have, so let's say their first order was Shakeology, okay? Shakeology is worth 90 volume points. That first order will be volume, but you will not get the commission on Shakeology. But let's say Joe Schmo orders Shakeology again next month. You would then get commission on his order, and you don't know Joe left from right. You know what I'm saying? But because you're an Emerald coach, Beachbody gives these customer leads to you. It's an awesome, awesome perk. I've got people who've literally been, getting Shakeology home direct month after month after month. And I've reached out to them. Usually I don't get a reply from the customer leads, honestly. I always try to send an email to them to let them know that I am their coach. But Beachbody, there are people who will just order it over and over and over again. And I don't even know who these people are, but Beachbody gave them to me. You can also qualify for Success Club leads as well, meaning you have to, I believe at this point, you have to have 10 Success Club points. And then the following month, if you're at SC 10 or above, then the following month, you have the potential of getting someone who ordered a challenge pack and getting that as free Success Club points without ever doing a sale. So really cool perks with advancing to Emerald. On that note, you guys, I want to escape out and I want to stop the share and switch the share. I'm going to switch it over because I want to show you guys how to find some of this stuff. Okay, so monitor my business. This is the tab. So when you get into your Coach Online office here and you're in the home screen, okay, when you click on the monitor my business, that's your green tab. And this is all kind of, come on, computer. This is kind of newer, so I'm just walking you through this too because I actually haven't walked you guys through this yet since this all updated. When you look here at your downline, this is where you can see who you've personally sponsored. And if you go to graphical genealogy, I'm going to click on that so you can see. So here's me, okay? And if you look, there's Charlie here is on my left. Okay, and we're going to get into the importance of signing your spouse or your significant other or a family member or somebody who you can kind of allow to be a placeholder. We're going to talk about that significance in a second. But Charlie's here. He's the very first coach on my in my downline. Now, if you look, there's these other coaches here. Like Vanessa, she is not a coach of mine. This person canceled. Don't know who she is. Okay, look at if you go down. I don't know how I expand more. Maybe that was personally sponsored. There we go. Okay, so if you can see the first personally sponsored coach, like this coach is in my network, but is not a personally sponsored coach of mine. I then, her volume rolls up to me. So every time she sells something, her volume rolls up to my right side. Every time she orders something, her volume rolls up to my right side. Same thing on the left side. Anytime Charlie orders or sells something, rolls up to my left. And same thing with all the coaches that are then underneath Charlie on my left. Now, that being said, all of the volume that is underneath Charlie rolls up to him. That's why it's beneficial to put a placeholder that you can essentially, quote unquote, control at the top of your business, you guys. It's a smart business move. So if you are thinking about truly working this business, that is one of the smartest things you could do for yourself. Now, as I go down, you can see my first personally sponsored coach. These people have quit the business, but my first personally sponsored coach here is my mom, okay? And so she is my first placeholder on my right. So I have a placeholder on my right and a placeholder on my left, and the volume goes up to those people as time goes on. Okay, as well as up to me. So that's where you can see when you go to graphical genealogy, you might see coaches underneath you and you're like, I don't know who that is. They're not mine. They have to have a PS to be your personally sponsored. But as our team grows, you might start to notice coaches beneath you on your graphical genealogy. And that simply means that you roll over volume based on any sale that goes through their coach online office. Okay, so let's go to monitor my business again. So all your downline stuff info is right here. I every week use the sponsorship drill down when I'm looking at volume, when I'm looking at who's active versus inactive, also when I'm looking at Success Club points, things like that. So I can click on sponsorship drill down and I can see all of our teammates there. This one though, preferred placement, is where you want to really monitor, because you want to make sure, again, that you have somebody on your left and somebody on your right. So you get to select a position, and I wouldn't worry about this week outside or the first available or the weak leg first available. I would only worry about left and right. Okay, you want to adjust this so that it's set preferred placement, not automatic. So set preferred placement. This is your coach ID, and then you either select left or right. So you would know, and I'm going to show you right now, you would know your strong leg versus your weak leg easily by going into your team volume. Can you guys tell which one is see, this is my PV, this is personal volume, but look at left volume, right volume. Can you tell which one is my stronger leg just by looking at that? Yeah, obviously, this one. Okay, now this is starting to get to a place where it's, on its way to matching that, which is awesome, because all that means is it's just going to roll over faster, right, with the volume. So that's awesome. And this is all, my weak leg is all built by you, or your weak leg is all built by you. It is your efforts. Okay, so you have your strong leg, which helps you out, but you also have your weak leg, which that's where you have to put some time and energy into building so that you can reap the benefits of that team cycle bonus. So I just wanted to show you guys that really quick. But when you're setting, remember, when you're setting out to like, where should I put my coaches? The very first one will probably be set to go on the leg that your coach put you on. So if when you signed up, if I'm your personally sponsored coach, or I'm your upline coach, and I put you on my right leg, it's probably going to generate that it wants to put your first coach on the right. That's fine, okay? And then when you are ready to sign your second coach before they sign up, you would go in here, you would select it to the left so that now you have one on each side. Okay, I had to do that today. I had a coach signing up today. I said, I need you to pause. I got to go in really quick and make sure that this is set exactly where I want you to go. So make sure that, you're aware. You do have a window of time. I believe it's 72 hours. After 72 hours, you guys, you cannot switch where a coach is. You cannot. So 72 hours, and that's it. So if you do accidentally make a mistake, no worries, but you have to be on it. You got to be watching that stuff so that you can call Coach Relations and get it fixed. Okay, I'm going to stop the share and go back over to the slides. All right. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so what does Emerald mean to you guys? These are some of the coaches on our team who have advanced to Emerald just in this last year, and this is what it starts to mean. I mean, this is coming from people's mouths. It means that we have skin in the game. It means that we're serious about this mission. The mission doesn't just stop with us, right? I was talking to another coach the other day, and she said how awesome it was because this person that always wants to go to McDonald's with her at lunch has now started saying, let's work out during our lunches. Like, let's go on those walks you go on. Let's do that together. That's skin in the game. You are inspiring beauty. Think about our mission. Our mission is to inspire others to be healthier, happier, brighter, shinier versions of themselves, right? So if it stops with you, I love that you're a part of it, but think about it. You're stopping the momentum of a mission that we are all on, okay? So it means that we have skin in the game, okay? So some of you who may or may not think of yourself as a leader, or you may or may not think you're ready to mentor other coaches, or, whatever that BS excuse that you're telling yourself, because let's be real, it's just fear. Let that go and start to really think like, oh my gosh, have I been selfish about this opportunity? Have I been holding back on this tribe? Have I been not allowing other people to see what this has done for me? Okay, so put a little skin in the game, guys. It's a confidence booster. Going Emerald, oh my gosh, I can't even, the day that I went Emerald, I'll never forget. It happened the day before my birthday was when my second coach signed up. And I was like, that is the best birthday present you could have ever freaking given me, because I went Emerald, and it was it felt like this monumental thing that when I signed up, it just felt so far away. There's no way. But the truth is, guys, Emerald is a choice. 2 coaches could literally sign up right now. When we get off this call in a little bit, you literally could go and sign up 2 coaches tonight and be Emerald by Thanksgiving Day. Literally, it's a choice. Sometimes it seems scary because maybe you haven't ventured out of your comfort zone to have those conversations with people, but that's okay. That's why we practice this stuff. That's why we get better at how we talk to people about Inspire Beauty, okay? But it is a confidence booster. You get that, like I said, that recognition and that credibility, and people start to say, wow, okay, this person obviously knows what they're doing, or obviously is serious about this whole thing that they're doing. They're not just another one of those people, right, on social media. Again, like I said, you get those leads and residual income starts to roll in. It makes you ready for the next step. I refuse to talk to you about the diamond bonus tonight, or star diamond, or how do you get to elite, or elite points, and all this new leader conference. I'm not going to talk to you about that, because if you aren't running challenge groups and you aren't Emerald, then you're not ready to even consider the next step. So once you hit Emerald, it's a benchmark that says, you know what? I'm ready. It tells your upline coach, I'm ready to be pushed. I'm ready to set bigger goals. I'm ready to be mentored. And, that's the thing about this business, is that people aren't going to, hold your hand through everything, right? I talk about it all the time. You kind of have to take a couple steps forward so that your coach can guide you. If you stay still and your coach is dragging you, it's just difficult. It's not fun. And so when you hit Emerald, when you hit a benchmark like this, it shows your upline coach that you're ready. You're ready to be mentored. You're ready to be pushed. You're ready for that next step. And other people, it says, it means I was committed, right? So the thing I said I was excited about, oh my word, you guys, there's so many people that have joined our team and come in and out of the doors of Inspire Beauty throughout the years and have told me, mark my word, are like, Brittany, I am going to run with this. I am going to be the next top coach. I am going to leave my full-time job. I want to pay off all my debt. I just need a better answer because I hate my job. Guys, and then literally, poof, they're gone. They vanish. They're not on our team anymore. So that commitment of what you said you really wanted to do when you first signed up, and you were like, in your heart, you had that hope and that mission, that desire and that hunger to maybe, have some taste of freedom, whether it's financial freedom, getting out of debt, or if it's time freedom, you just want more time to be able to do things that are important and special to you, whatever that freedom looks like. Okay. It means that you're committing yourself to that, even when it's hard. Okay. So who are your first two coaches going to be? Well, I say, obviously start with your challengers. Okay. If you aren't running challenge groups and you don't have any challengers, it's going to be a little hard for you to sign people up for this opportunity when you don't actually mentor people on their health and fitness journey, or at least not even mentor, but support and encourage and cheerlead them, right? So first you need to start with challenge groups, running challenge groups, or co-running, or inviting people to an opportunity to be in a challenge group, but it starts with them. Okay, when you start to see rock star challengers and letting them know that, hey, you're already doing the work that a coach does in this group. You are already inspiring other people. Like, have you ever considered doing this on the side and earning some extra money, right? Making a list of people that you think would be great coaches. Obviously, this list should continue to be updated, but when we make lists, I think a lot of times we think of who we'd like to bring to a challenge group. But a lot of times I think we're hesitant about who we think would be an awesome coach. Okay, think about it. When colleges recruit, when they're recruiting people for their basketball team, or the Golden State Warriors are recruiting somebody, isn't that an honor? Isn't that a compliment to be recruited? When Facebook recruits people to join them here in Silicon Valley, I mean, millennials are like blown away. Like, they're so honored that they've been recruited. So we got to start thinking about our recruitment in the same way, that it's an honor to be a part of Inspired Beauty. It's an honor to have somebody think that you have the power to make an impact in this world, that you're an influencer, right? And so make a list of those people that you think would be great, but also compliment them. Let them know why you think they're so awesome. I think sometimes a compliment goes a lot farther than we may think, right? Also consider who is approaching their 30-day mark for Home Direct, HD Home Direct. So if you've got a customer that just signed up today, today's the 20th, so on December 20th, their Shakeology is going to renew at the regular price. So maybe on, December 15th, you want to reach out and say, hey, I know you've been loving your Shakeology. You're having such an amazing transformation. And I know that you're rocking in this challenge group and you're loving it. I just wanted to let you know that it's, especially with the challenge pack, guys, it's free. They pay the $39.95, but it gets reimbursed then. It's waived when they've purchased the challenge pack initially. So saying, listen, if you're loving your shakes, there's another way that you could get your shakes for a discount. You could be a discount coach. And then if people start noticing your journey, or really wondering what it is that you've been doing and are curious, now you have the opportunity to essentially pay off your Shakeology by helping 3 or more customers every single month, right? Getting started on their journey. So approach those people who are coming up on that 30-day mark before their HD goes through. Let them know about the discount option. I also let them know that, like, it's super easy to pause it, cancel it, change their flavors, etc. Any sort of modification they need to do to their order, it's really not that difficult. So I always love to make sure that they know that. I wanted to make sure that my timer thing was not in your way. Okay, coming in hot. Okay, friends, family, spouses, parents, significant others, people that you trust. Guys, consider them placeholders. When I signed Charlie and my mother up on my team, I did not immediately sell challenge packs through them. I did not immediately sell or sign up coaches under them and make them Emerald. That didn't happen. I simply put them there because I have a vision that this team is going to be so massive that volume would roll up to them, and it would benefit not just my business, it would benefit my mother's life, it would benefit my future family, it would benefit everyone, right? And so putting them as placeholders, guys, there's Charlie, for a long time, there's been times he's been inactive because we're not ordering another thing of Shakeology. We have too much or whatever. When you order that first thing of Shakeology, you could do packets for that person so that you could use packets as samples that maybe you give out to people who are curious. Or I would often sell them for $5 and have somebody just send me like a Venmo for $5. And then I have little like stickers I made that have recipes on them. place that sticker recipe on there, put it in an envelope, and send it out to people who are considering ordering Shakeology but want to try it first, right? And making sure they have a good recipe to try. So checking, when you considering like, oh, I don't need a whole other thing of Shakeology, you don't have to do that. You could do a daily sunshine as your other order, or you could do a performance line as your other order. There's other options, but also if you do the Shakeology, I suggest doing the packets so that you have things that you could do for giveaways, or things that you could give off to people, give away to people, or send off to people who are interested in learning more. Okay. But again, guys, that key to growing your team, it starts with challenge groups, right? In the beginning, every conversation you have is going to be challenging. It's going to be awkward. You're going to be afraid of it because it's new. Okay. But the more that you get comfortable with having challenge groups, talking to people about coaching, talking to people about Inspire Beauty and what it's been doing for your life, talking to the customers who are approaching that 30-day mark and explaining to them what happens when it renews, right? It's going to start to get more and more natural when you have these conversations. Let me exit. Okay. All right, cool. My timer thing went up, but it's not in the way. I always get, I didn't mean to stop share. Look at me. I'm out of control tonight, you guys. Sorry. Okay, last one. So how do we sign the coaches up? So I'm going to give you the steps to signing up coaches in just a second. Okay. In December, right now, the Coach mobile app it's not running the way it should be because they're updating everything. So in December, I will give you better details on how to use the Coach mobile app for that process to make it super easy breezy, okay? So that'll be forthcoming. Tonight, I'll show you the steps via online. Make sure that if they previously ordered a challenge pack with you, they were Challenger first, and then they're going to sign up later and they pay the $39.95, make sure they know where to find the reimbursement for their challenge pack. They have to fill out that form, okay? So you got to make sure that they get reimbursed for that original challenge pack order, meaning they get the $39.95 back. Also, keep in mind that that coach has to be active with 50 personal volume points. So let's say they purchased with a challenge pack, perfect. Most challenge packs are about 135 volume. They're going to be good to go. Okay, they're going to be active. It'll usually take 24 hours to roll over and go into effect, but it should be fine. But if they sign up, let's say they already purchased their challenge pack and their shakes are about to go through like in a week and they sign up for the $39.95, they'll probably show up as inactive until that shake order goes through, right? Because they have to have that 50 PV, and just the new coach sign up fee does not give them that volume. And then you just want to double check. Remember that they're placed in the correct spot. Do you want them on the left? Do you want them on the right? Is everything looking good? If it's not, you've got to get in touch with coach relations within that first 72 hours. Don't forget, a couple things that I do immediately when a new coach signs up is I shoot out that new coach welcome email series. You can schedule them. So I have 7. It's really difficult for me to remember like, oh, day 1, 2, 3. And then if I have another coach sign up and they're on a different day, it's like, it's too much for me sometimes. So what do? When they sign up, I schedule all 7 for 7 days in a row so that I know that they're going to go out and I don't have to stress about it. Add them to Inspire Beauty and make sure that they have an amazing shout out so that we can love on them. I'm loving, you guys, how much all of you have been loving on our new coaches. Imagine if you signed up for this and you got into our team page and no one said anything to you. It would be like, okay, now I'm second guessing what I did. I love that it's not like that for us. I want that to continue. So never stop doing that, okay? And then enroll them, if they want, into the Girl Boss Bootcamp so that they can start getting all of that information just about what this opportunity is and just all of the lingo and everything so that, you know, even if they're not working the business right away, they have it at their fingertips. They can use it whenever they need it, okay? So I'm all over the place. It's because I'm using 2 different internet things. Okay, let's see. Monitor my business. No. It's probably going to be in, yeah, here it is. So over in the support tab, sorry, this is like newer to me too, so I'm playing with like remembering where everything's at. Under the support tab, you're going to see forms and documents. When you click on forms and documents, this is where challenge pack, free coach enrollment online request form. This is what they need to fill out in order to get that $39.95 back. Make sure that you let them know where to find this, walk them through that, or send them that direct link so that they definitely get that money back, right? So that's the one thing I did want to show you. Okay, but when you go to sign up a coach, I want to go to Team Beachbody. .com/Brit. Okay. So when I'm going to go sign up, I need to sign out, I think, actually. Let me sign out. Sign out. Cool. So I got to go back to it as if it's not me. Okay, so this is where I send my customers or my potential future coaches. They go to teambeachbody.com/Brit McMillan. Now, from there, they click, they don't go to the challenge pack and order a challenge pack. They click Be a Coach. Now, I'm telling you all this, remember, in December, very soon, I'm so excited. We have a brand new Coach Online office, and it's going to look a lot like BOD, a lot like our new Coach Online office, but I'm sorry, not a new Coach Online office. We already got that. We'll have a brand new Beachbody website. So this stuff might look a little different. It will look a little different. And so we'll have to kind of do a retraining then at that time as I learn it myself and navigate that. But right now, for the time being, because remember the promotion, by Wednesday, November 29th at 12 midnight, the stroke of midnight, if you're an Emerald level coach, you will be invited to that exclusive call. And so what do you do to get there? You have them click Be a Coach. And then it's going to take them through the whole process. I'm not going to do it because it'll stop me because I won't have an email, but they click submit for whatever country. And then it goes through the whole process, guys, of deciding, yes, they have an account and they can log in, or no, they don't, and they create an account. And then they go after this. Okay, it shows that coach will be me. They continue, and then they pick their challenge pack, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you double check after they sign up that everything went through exactly how you want it. And that's how you sign up a coach, okay? So if you've never done that before, I hope that helps. Guys, I am stopping the share. I'm back here in the chat and I see nothing. You guys literally have 0 questions about Emerald. Everyone is like this was unnecessary tonight. You guys didn't need to be trained on going Emerald. I'm blown away that there's nothing in the chat. Any questions? Thanks, Mary. You're such an encourager. I love you. This type bar is hard to use. Because you're on your phone, crazy girl. You explained so well. You guys are so sweet. Next time I want more questions. There's got to be questions, you guys. You've got to have questions. So if you do find a question, please bring it to the team page. I am going to snap a pic of all of us. So make sure you fix your hair, fix your life, fix your face. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Guys, I love you so much. So thankful for you. I'm flying tomorrow, so if you need me, I'll be in air, but I will be alive. So just hang tight if you message me tomorrow. Love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't get to see your face before then.